wanted to do a quick collection update. This is all my knives. It's this little Amazon chest. There's a little sneak peek. This little Amazon pleather valet. It was like 30 bucks. I don't really want to spend over 100 on a little thing when I could just spend that money on a knife and just use this, because this just sits here. So I'm going to move that off the frame and I'll bring them on. So first we're going to start with, I guess we'll start with the cheapest one. So this is technically my wife's Spyderco Cat, BD1, not even BD1N. It is not centered. It is a pretty terrible knife. I can barely flick it. It's, yeah, really not good. It was $30. She got it in college, and I lost the original one, so I got her this one to replace it. Another small Spyderco, Poachy. I bought this off of Knife Swap. It's actually a, see right there, it's a factory second. Is it there, or is it on this side? Right there, or that little chip. So it's a factory second. I dulled the blade because this is a truly horrendously awful knife. The pocket clip is terrible. It does not flip. You can't really thumb flick it out. It's truly a god-awful knife. It doesn't feel, I guess, that this is not a useful grip, and this is the most comfortable. It's truly awful. I don't know why they use S45 and titanium and like actually pretty nice finishing on a meme knife. It's terrible as a knife, but hilarious as a meme. It just looks like a little dog. Got the little paw print there. That lives on this case in this position, and I didn't want to cut myself, so I dulled the blade. I dulled the edge. You can actually see how rolled it is. But yeah, just fun as a joke. I picked it up for 100 bucks. Now a small knife that's actually excellent, the McBee. This is a phenomenal small knife. The clip is great. The grip is so good. Like this feels tight in the hand like this. Like it ain't going anywhere. It is truly excellent. It's got this amazing stone wash. That kind of like mirrory stone wash. XHP, I don't know what it is about XHP steel. I love XHP. Takes such a clean edge. Part of me wishes they put a little jimping there to make it a front flipper, but yeah. This is also technically my wife's, but it lives in my case. It is a phenomenal small knife. Like, for tiny knives, I don't know if it gets much better than this. Let's go with another pretty inexpensive, well, let's do this one. This is one my dad gave me kind of recently, just a little case slip joint. Doesn't have a half stop or anything like that, just a little case slip joint, a little clip point blade. I don't really carry it, but it's there. Another pretty inexpensive Spyderco, and one that is completely and totally underrated, the Spyderco Brower. This is without a doubt Spyderco's most underrated knife. It is phenomenal. I would choose this over a small Sebenza every day of the week. It just grips so much better in the hand. I used to be a big snob for blade to handle ratio. I've cooled off on that in the last year or so. This thing, it just locks in the grip. It just locks in the hand with that grip. And it's a super slicey blade. About 20 thousandths behind the edge, maybe a little more, but good full flat grind. S30V, but titanium frame lock and smooth as all get out. Like, one of the smoothest Spydercos I've ever had out of the box. And no one has ever recommended these, and I don't know why. They're amazing. I think I paid $170 new, and it's definitely worth that, but you can pick them up on the secondary for probably under 130, and it's probably the best $100 Spyderco out there. Yeah, very good knife. Let's finish up this middle pocket. This is a Surge slip joint with the Wharncliffe blade. It's got that kind of acid wash finish. It's the only slip joint I'll ever carry, probably, because it has a pocket clip. And it's also, this is called the Bridge 4 edition from Stormlight Archive. If anyone knows what that is, let me know. But yeah, this is only 20 of these were made. I was lucky enough to track down someone willing to sell me theirs, 10 of 20. This is a very special knife for me. This is my favorite book series, my favorite author. And it's weird to have two hobbies that are completely unrelated intersect like this. So this one's going nowhere ever. It's also a really good knife. Like, it's a slip joint, but the blade is so ridiculously slicey. It's so thin behind the edge. So even if it was a crappy knife, I'd keep it, but it's actually a really, really good one. Carries well, super thin and light, and it's never going anywhere. Had to cut for barking dogs. Let's continue. Similar to the Bridge 4, I guess, in size. Chris Reeve Nundy. This is the newer one, the newer Nundy, with the nail, with the hole instead of the nail nick. Yes, you can Spidey flick it, and yes, you can thumb flick it. This is a dressy knife. This is obviously not a worker. I still use it. S45, it's the first knife I had with S45, and I like it. I like it just like I like S35 and S30. They are very fine steels, nothing wrong with them. I can't front flip it like some people can. I can't, but it does Spidey flick. This is the Bog Oak finish. Part of me would like to have that Elder, Burl, whatever the lighter wood, but the dark looks really good. Don't carry it much, but it's definitely a looker. Love Chris Reeve. We'll do up front. TRM Adam. There's a discourse going around that this knife is not worth the hype. That is completely incorrect. This knife is absolutely worth every ounce of hype it received, because it is overall the only pocket knife you will ever need. It is boring, and I mean that as a compliment. It is not flashy. There are no thrills. You can swap, other than swapping the scales, which you can do with fun things. These are the carbon fiber with 3D milled with the wing pattern. Let's see, yeah. And I've got the black O-rings. Yeah, it's just such a good knife. Like, if I don't know what to carry, this is a safe bet. Super slicey, basically full fat grind, 20 CV. Love it. TRM's such a great company. I will not buy the Shadow, though. I hate Omega Springs. Also, you can't get them. Another Spyderco. Spyderco is my favorite production brand because they're the best production brand. I live 20 minutes from Benchmade. Spyderco's better. Chef, LC200N, LC200N. This is the CQI edition with the blacked out hardware, and it's got, I think it has, does it have a, I don't remember if it has a, what do you call it? The stupid thing on the pivot. I don't remember, but yeah, this is a great knife. I need to polish the washers so it drops a little more freely, but yeah, love the Chef. This is the second time I've had it, and because I really missed it the first time. And as far as overall Spyderco's, just for everyday tasks, it's great. Hopefully they do a new one in MagnaCut. That would be amazing. Just using a almost virtually rust-proof steel. I know Spyderco is moving to MagnaCut for the salt, so hopefully they'll move to MagnaCut for this. But until that day, I will have this one. When we moved, my wife and I just moved across the country. This was my chef knife for a little while, and it performed admirably. Just love that grip right there. You chop, chop, chop. Yeah, great knife. What I think is overall the best Spyderco is the Gale Bradley 2. I use the shit out of this thing, and it is still screaming sharp. Like I said, we just moved. This broke down probably 60% of the boxes. It is so smooth. It is Sebenza smooth. Just that hydraulic feel is just so good. And the drop, just, it's insane how good it is. Now, this is not stock. Obviously, it's wearing sharp dressed knives, marbled carbon fiber scales with Lynch Northwest Cerakoted pocket clip. And I have taken a Dremel to it and made it look ugly. But I don't care, because I can get my entire thumb onto the lock bar and it just releases no problem. And then when I grip it, I don't have any issues still. I don't like that stock. It has no lock bar relief, or excuse me, not relief, no lock bar access. There's none. So you kind of have to like wedge your thumb in there like this. I hated it. And then I modified it the same day I bought it, and it became my favorite Spyderco. My overall, not favorite, but what I think is the overall best Spyderco. You can pick these up used for $150, and you're getting M4 steel, really deep hollow grind. I haven't actually measured, but I know it's below 20 thousandths behind the edge, and it's a really good hollow grind too. Super slicey. M4 steel is awesome. Yeah, they're Taichung factories. It is, if Spyderco made a Sebenza, I'd want it to be this. I'd just say, hey, do titanium scales, and like this would be the Spyderco Sebenza. Yeah, it's insane how underrated this and the Brouwer are. So, moving to the kind of the prime of my collection, my overall favorite Spyderco, the Drunken. Everything that's great about the Chef, the Drunken has, but it steps it up in every single department. So the blade is a little thinner and slicier. An S90V, which is, I think, the best steel. You get that beautiful mirrored stone wash that the Taichung factory does. Same as the McBee down there. Same as the Sleece Bowie. Same as the, no, not the Nirvana. Same as the Python. Hint, hint. Yeah, this knife is beautiful. The internet hates the pocket clip. I didn't mind the stock pocket clip. In fact, I think I like it better than this A. Purvis Timascus one, because this one moves slightly. I have it cranked down, and I think I stripped that screw, and I'm afraid to look at it. But it is so smooth. And you get that same kind of grip angle that you can get on the Chef, but you get it in a all-around better steel. That's arguable, of course, but yeah, Spidey flick, no issues. Drops freely. Thumb flick, it's amazing. It's an amazing piece. The fact that Spyderco has discontinued it is maddening. I really hope they bring it back. Like, call it the Drunk again. I don't know. Yeah, sheep's foot blades are my favorite blade style. This is my favorite blade finish. This is my favorite blade steel. This is my favorite opening method. It's overall my favorite Spyderco. It's overall the best Spyderco. It is not the one that makes me feel the most emotions, though. I'll get to that in a second. So if I had to pick one Spyderco, it'd be this. And it's amazing. The clip isn't great from the factory, but you can bend it to make it better. So, Drunken. Sinkovich design. Again, Taichung Taiwan, that beautiful milling, and it's on both sides. You can see it in the carbon fiber there. And there you go with the S90V. The kind of original, if I could only have one knife, Sebenza 31. This is, I think, not even kidding, the 11th Sebenza I've had, and it's the only Sebenza in my collection. It is stupid smooth. I've got the washers polished, and it is right where I want it to be. It's just ridiculous. I think I might send it in and get the double lug. I'm afraid to trade it for one with an S45. This is one of the earlier 31s, still an S35. I have an MXG gear, excuse me, not MXG gear. I don't even remember where it's from. Clip, but I'm probably gonna put the original one back on because I like it better. Got the gold backspacer, gold hardware, gold little lanyard. Only knife I carry a lanyard on because I just think it, for the Sebenza, it looks right. That natural micarta. S35, VN, deep hollow grind. Yeah, I love the Sebenza, and I love my Sebenza, and I'm afraid to get rid of it for one in S45 because the last time I traded the smoothest Sebenza I'd ever had, the next 3 failed to live up to it. That's quality control. If you want to say it's quality control, I don't know, but they're all excellent, but there's just a couple that I've had that just really check that box and make me feel that itch. And what does Wrangle Star say? Give you the fizz. For me, this is one of them, and I think the only thing that would make me trade this one is if they finally start doing the 31s in the Insingo blade shape. I love the Insingo blade shape, so that would make me get a new one. All right, so this is not a good knife overall. It's a very weird knife, but it is the knife, it is the Spyderco that makes me feel the most feelings, and it is the Spyderco that makes me the happiest. Is it my favorite? No, the Drunken's overall my favorite. I've been carrying this one lately more, and I love it. Even though I shouldn't, I'm going to do a little comparison between a bunch of these Spydercos, and I love the Python. I should not love the Python because it is so much of everything I don't like in knives. It is so form over function. It is so much of a toy and a piece of art before a tool, and I don't care. It is just so good. I mean, yeah, the detent's weak, but that doesn't matter on non-flippers as much, as long as it's not just coming out like on anything. Like, it's staying in there. Spidey flick is great. Thumb flick. I've got this riding on skiff bearings. Haven't been mentioning that, but put a deep MXG gear, deep carry pocket clip on it. I tried to put a milled titanium pocket clip on it, and the screw broke off, so I had to send it back to inside the frame. So I had to send it back to Spyderco, and they had to drill it out for me. So that is a bigger screw than that one. So this is forever mine. I wouldn't want to sell it anyway. For how big and stupid this blade is, it rides so well, and I love this handle. This kind of handle that starts kind of narrow and just tapers down to even more narrow. And it shouldn't feel comfortable in the hand, but it does. It just locks in there. Hammer grip is great. Saber grip is great. It's great jimping. It's that amazing blade finish, that kind of mirrored stone wash. S90V again, my favorite steel. But man, it is chunky. It looks about as thick as the rest of the knife. It is a chunky blade. Why they did this, I don't know. I do not know. I can't believe that someone made the conscious decision to make this thing 33 thousandths behind the edge, but that's what it is. It is a hinderer behind the edge. It actually slices, it actually cuts not bad. It's not a slicer, it's not a slicing machine, and I very well might have it reground. But I love this finish so much, and it's not atrociously awful as you would think. Maybe that's because the edge on it is so damn sharp right now. But yeah, there's something about this knife that makes me feel an emotional connection. It gives me an emotional response, and I love it. I would not recommend buying it. They're going for $600 easy if you can find them used. So at that, it's not a very good value, but I just still love it. I just still love it. Titanium integral. Yeah. Then the blade shape is perfect. That's my favorite blade shape right there. I just don't think it gets better than that blade shape right there. So love that one. My most recent pickup, Shiro F3NS. So I think the third Shirogorov I've had, and it's the only one that I wanted to keep. I've had a couple neons, and liked them. They were good, just a little small. I wanted a full-size knife, and oh man, this thing feels good in the hand. Just these, it's a thick-bodied knife. So number one, you've got these thick-ass titanium liners. You call this a liner lock? It's damn near a frame lock with how thick these are. And you've got these scales, these carbon fiber overlays, beautifully contoured. This is the bronze carbon fiber. I can't remember if it's Fat Carbon or what company it is. I don't remember, but M390 blade. It's 3.75 inches, I believe. And just about every bit of it is usable. No choil. I don't like choils. It just locks in the hand. The jimping may as well not be there. It's just there for style. But like this grip, it just feels amazing. It just fills the hand so nicely, and it carries really well. This is without a doubt the best pocket clip on the market. So number one, it looks cool. It says milled titanium. It's actually bronzed to match the back spacer. But if you look there, it's kind of like wing shaped. So let me put my hand behind it. Kind of wing shaped, like there, right there. So it's only making contact with the scale on this side. It's open on this side, and it is amazing. It slides into the pocket easily, and it rides the perfect amount. It's not riding under your pocket. It's not sticking out like this, like an Arius. It sticks out the perfect amount, and the pocket clip is amazing. I traded the knife that I traded my Arius for to get this. So in my mind, I traded my Arius for this, and I'm happy. I think overall, probably the Arius is a better knife, but I like this better. This is better for me. Full flat grind M390, nice kind of satiny finish, satiny stonewash finish. Yeah, Shiro puts out amazing stuff, and just that action is amazing. It's difficult to get it to fail. Yeah, there you go. You have to be trying, and it just rockets out like it's assisted, and it is beautifully smooth on the multi-row bearings. I am really not looking forward to the day when I have to take it apart to clean it, because I don't have any replacement bearings. So I need to get on that. But yeah, this is the bad boy. What up until my most recent acquisition before that one, this has been my favorite knife, Whole Haptic. I did a video on this. I'm not going to belabor the point. I love this knife. It is for a single opening method deployment knife. So flipper only. It is just amazing. Blade to handle ratio is off the charts. Comfortable in hand. You get more blade than you would think out of this pretty small package. It's a full 4-finger grip, and then it's, I think, is it 3 1/4 or 3 1/2? I don't even remember. It doesn't matter. It's just amazing. And then you get this addictive action. The action feels like a ProTech Malibu on the close when you have the button pressed in. So when you press and hold the button and then you swing the blade shut on the Malibu, that's what this feels like with the lock bar on it. It's insane what Joe Holt has done. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Morpheus. I don't like because it kind of just looks like a drop point version of this. This is a harpoon, small harpoon, but it's got a harpoon sheep's foot, and I love it. It's S90V, once again, my favorite steel, my favorite blade shape, and nice deep hollow grind. It's around 20 thousandths behind the edge. It comes up to halfway through the knife. It's amazing. And this, like the Shiro, amazing pocket clip, so it's a dream to carry. So, yeah. It's riding on Gillian bearings, the salt and pepper bearings from Gillian. And it's stupid smooth. And what has been my favorite knife of the past month, it deserves the hype that it gets, the OZ Roosevelt. It is phenomenal. Most satisfying knife to deploy by far. You can index finger flick it from here. You can Spidey flick it. You can thumb flick it. And just ergonomically, it's perfect. Literally, it's perfect. Ergonomically. Like, I have no complaints. I wish it was a Wharncliffe, and that's personal preference. A lot of people will prefer the drop point. I like a Wharncliffe, but it's stupid smooth. It's riding on skiffs. I think this and this are the only two I have that are on skiffs currently. That's on Gillian bearings. I don't know if skiff makes a size for those. Yeah, this is the Z-Finite or LC200N. Damascus pocket clip. Blue anodized hardware. Stonewash blade. I picked this up on the secondary, so yeah, I paid the secondary prices. It sucks, but I don't mind it. Like, I hate that I had to pay $1,100 for a stupid knife, but I don't miss it. I was trying to get in on the lotteries for 6 months. I didn't want to wait another 6 months, so I paid a premium. It is so good. It, like these three, like these two, carries beautifully. Carry is very important to me. I carry this every day. I want it to either disappear in the pocket or not be obtrusive, and it rides exactly the right height. I'm not super keen on ultra low carry, which is why I'm going to put the old pocket clip back on this one. I want a little bit of the knife sticking out to grab it, and this is perfect. It's not that much. And plus the pocket clip looks amazing. Goes in and out of the pants easily. It is just an amazing knife. Daniel Osborne has outdone himself. The urge to get a second one is super real, and I don't like duplicates. I don't buy duplicates of any knives. There are no duplicates here. I've never had a duplicate. I want another Rosie. I do have the golf putter milling, and it's kind of this darker, I don't really know what this finish is. Is it Zerk Blasted? I don't know, dark wash. I don't know what this finish is. I'm kind of just okay with this finish, but it feels good. So, yeah, that is my humble collection. And that is it. Peace.